Hello everyone, E here, welcome to yet another LEGO Hogwarts update. As usual, looking forward to your comments regarding all the new things I'm about to show you. Here we go. After all the changes last time, I didn't have time to do one thing, so I'm gonna start with that, since I don't really know how long it will take to do, or whether it is even possible, or maybe it will not look good. I'm talking about over here. Now, these slopes are pretty accurate over here, these 2x2s, but due to the texture, they kind of look weird because they're inside. This is thicker when it comes to the wall. So what I'm trying to do is actually I will extend this whole thing by one stud. So this, instead of being part of this column, will be ending with a tile. All that is kind of in my head right now, so I will start by doing a little section, see how it looks, and if I like it, I will do these all three sides, and hopefully that will slightly improve the overall look. Let's go. Okay, here is where I am at so far. So what have I done? I have basically brought this lower row here one stud towards the camera, and that means that these angles need to be also brought up in this direction and in this direction. So there is one row of studs in the back, and over here, instead of being a 5x2, now it's a 5x3. And I'm wondering whether I like this or not. Obviously here it will be tiled off, and whether it should be by different combination, 2x4 and then a 1x3, or maybe something different. Obviously it can't be one piece, as it's very weird 3x5, but it leaves this not connected, which is a bit of a problem when lifting this up and transporting, I suppose, because before we had a connection here and in the back, and now it's only in the back. So that makes me a little bit worried. So I have done it up to here, really, so one side only. Let me turn it around a little bit. And yeah, you can see the difference basically from here. Now, yeah, it's something that I'm not really sure I should continue. I'll probably do it all the way. Obviously, the texture will have to be fixed a little bit because we're increasing it by a stud here and there. And the connections and the tiling will need to be fixed, especially over here in the corner. And I don't believe I even have enough tiles to cover everything. But I feel that this is a little bit better. See how the texture ends here and then this slope continues. So this is not really like here. Like I assume most of you didn't even notice, doesn't even bother you, but it does bother me. And what I am doing always is trying to improve. I shouldn't be afraid to go back and make some changes if it's going to result into an improvement. So yeah, I feel like this is better. Like this is better than this. Now obviously we're losing this texture here, but I'm actually considering something. Let's see if we can test it here. For example, over here, the texture over here where it's just below the slope, if we remove this and add this piece like so, and then obviously go over here and add the same piece into its spot, so maybe that's better. I don't know. Is this better or this? I feel like this is a little bit more interesting, although I'm not sure. Yeah, you wonder what happened? I pressed on here and everything exploded in my hands. It's just oh, this is not going well. But anyway, I have started this and I will continue until I make the whole thing. And if I like it, I might go back to make it more stable. So I will try to really not think about how unstable this will be once it's done. But let's just finish it and look at the result. All right, here it is. It's actually frustrated me quite a bit, but here is the result. All three sides are now extended like this. I would say that I really like the transition here in comparison to what it was before. The flakiness is maybe not that bad as I initially thought. Still haven't really tried to pick this up from both sides as I usually did. Kind of afraid to do it right now, but obviously there is like a lot of inaccuracies. Need to add texture here wherever the things have been extended, and there is no tiling everywhere, but I will fix that eventually. What the important thing is, the transition here is a lot better to what it was before, and I think that this is what it's going to be right now and in the future. I unfortunately don't think I have much time to continue. I will, however, try my best to fix some little things that I should be able to fix rather quickly. Namely, to put this building to make sure to slot it in as properly as possible and fill in here the blanks. Obviously the texture over here will have to change a little bit because it's hitting the wall, but just so when it's slotted in, it's not really nothing weird is going on, and you can't really see that there are inaccuracies or weird holes, or the texture overall is ruined. So let's do that. Okay, this is a bit better. I would say that the texture is good enough. I fixed some things here, removed some pieces, added some texture, made some adjustments where there is no texture, so this really slots in. So the way it is now, I would say it's pretty decent. Obviously over here on this wall some more work needs to be done, but that has nothing to do with the changes that I'm showing you in this video. Basically that gap where there is no texture, basically it's where the roof modules are removed, so I can't add texture there, but I will add something there just so it's not so obvious. Other than this, yeah, over here I feel it's decent, so I will do some adjustments wherever I can next to, well, support the changes with the pieces that I have. And yeah, I feel like this was a step in the right direction. I feel like this is an improvement. Really curious to know your thoughts, because I suspect they are not going to be as positive, perhaps, or maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, I'll focus on the new changes and see how much time I have left, or this will be all for this update. Okay, I have fixed it up as much as I could. Obviously not all the tiling is here, but it gives you the idea pretty much of what is the final idea is supposed to be. I have fixed the texture pretty much everywhere, so the pattern is not ruined, and there are no holes, at least I think there are none of them. So yeah, I think it's job well done. Once again, pretty annoying for all this it was frustrating, like I said, and yeah, I understand why people, once they finish a certain MOC, they don't want to go back. It's very rare to see people doing that. Oh, I have not added that. Probably I should have done that. I forgot to place that module back in, but yeah, it's very depressing to go back, actually. I totally understand, but it is an extra step that if you manage to be doing on a regular basis, and if you're really striving for, oh, I won't say perfection, but just an improvement to make something better, it's very, very satisfying in the end. Right now I'm sound a little bit out of breath because, well, it is frustrating to do all this, but yeah, I feel like it's worth doing, and it looks better actually. When I look at these slopes, they're a lot more logical the way it is, which now brings me to my next point. I am actually thinking or considering maybe, I don't want to promise anything, maybe to extend the roof as well. No, just slightly, just hear me out. So I've been really thinking about adding some kind of pattern here because in all the pictures I see over here above these windows, there's these wavy kind of uh, patterns, which I want to do something like that, but it's very limiting over here. We have only one stud, and if we had two studs, actually I have a few ideas what to do, maybe, but with one stud it's very difficult to do something that really represents what I'm seeing in the pictures. So I'm thinking about maybe extending the roof with one stud forward, but nah, that's just a rough idea. But I'm really looking for to add something here, but I don't really know exactly what to do because we are working with 5 studs here, and it can't be too big of a piece. For example, if it's a brick, it will go below this point here, which shouldn't be so. I might end up doing something very simplistic, which is again not something I want to be doing. There are a few options. Maybe I can cut this plate here, which will be very problematic because imagine over here just cutting this plate. It's just going to be very difficult because I'm usually using big pieces, so I'll have to do something else, and it's just, yeah, not really. It's gonna be very time consuming to reform all these base plates underneath. Also, it will the stability of these modules will suffer, and as you know, stability is something very important to me. So I'm thinking about it, but yeah, this way I will probably keep it like this, but whether I will cut into this plate here or I'll just leave it like this for now, or maybe I will go for a simplistic solution when it comes to the detailing. Haven't really made up my mind, but I'm thinking towards this. And here is the overview shot once again. I haven't actually had much time to do much else. I've been tweaking with a few other things, but there's just not enough time to show anything of significance. So I'd rather keep it rather short for a change and not have a 20+ minute video for once. I really don't like the short videos, but sometimes I'm forced to do one. Maybe this one will do better when it comes to the YouTube algorithm, as YouTube doesn't really like longer videos above 10 minutes. But hey, I really prefer to have something to show you, not just to speak for 5 to 8 minutes. Whoever is interested will watch anyway. But anyhow, I feel like this little improvement with the courtyard was significant actually to do. So maybe it's a good thing to get it out of the way separately. Some other things are still in the works to improving this, and I will eventually continue with the side building. I'm mostly restricted by, well, actually these pieces over here. Yeah, this is all these 1x2 bricks with snots that I have, and I will need quite a few to continue with the building, but so once I get those, I will probably start anyway. But yeah, I will focus on some other things for the next update. Until then, thank you for watching as usual. Really looking forward to your comments and thoughts regarding this whole project in general and what I have shown you today. If you'd like to support this channel and like my work, please consider subscribing, leave it down a comment, smashing that like button, and perhaps even becoming a member, which I have added very recently. Well, until then, stay healthy, happy building, and bye for now. See you in about 2 weeks.